Welcome to NAR Movies. We are Nathan and Rose.
And the movie is Frank.
So, every movie that we've picked so far for NAR Movies is a movie that I kind of expected to like. So this was the first movie where I hadn't heard of it, and the synopsis made it sound interesting on Netflix.
Definitely.
But that's like 2 sentences. You can't judge a whole movie off of 2 sentences.
Definitely not.
But I thought it sounded interesting, but honestly, I was kind of hoping to maybe finally get a movie that I had some like bad things to say about.
Right.
Unfortunately, this movie didn't deliver because it was awesome.
It might be my favorite movie that we've watched so far. I mean, I really liked The Machine, but Frank, I don't know. I feel
I think I like Frank more than The
me.
Machine. I like Frank more than The Machine.
I feel like just like the quirkiness of it is just so refreshing. I kind of felt like that was kind of a theme in the movie, or at least at the beginning. This guy, you know, just your typical old English bloke walking around trying to make songs about stuff he sees on the beach.
I love the way they did that about incorporating at the beginning, like you could hear his thoughts, and it was really just made you think of like what it would be like to be trying to write lyrics, and he's just like, he sees something, he's like, girl with the red coat and a brown bag, or whatever.
What you doing with that bag? Yeah, exactly. But then he, so you know, he's very obviously like a very normal guy, just trying to write songs about the suburbs and stuff. And then he finds this totally wacky, quirky band that just kind of makes you think, you know, like, yeah, I do need some ridiculousness in my life every once in a while. I do need some silliness.
Yeah.
But then it kind of goes a little deeper.
Well, yeah, in the first act, the first act was by far the funniest. It was, I mean, I laughed harder at the beginning of this movie than I have at any movie for a long time. Like and it's all this like perfectly, it's kind of in a way British humor, but just because it's so like dry. The one that specifically comes out of mind is at the end of their very first show when Frank just turns and, you know, that big helmet, and he's just looking at the main character John, and you think he's about to be done, and it just, that scene goes on for just like a creepy amount of time.
The comedic timing is great.
Oh yeah, the delivery of everything was amazing. In this movie in general, but of the comedy stuff in the first act for sure. So yeah, I mean, the first act of this movie was one of the funniest things I've seen a lot recently. You were saying it got a little bit darker. The second act was really, I feel like, where more the turmoil, the conflict comes, where he's like trying to take the band in this like getting popular direction, but the band already existed as being like, you know, just doing their thing, and they were kind of whatever. And it's when you start like kind of not liking the main character a little bit, not liking John, because you're just like, it seems like you're trying to take control and like swing things out of the way, but you know, it makes sense like with what he's been doing. He's basically been there like middleman,
social media, like
kind of.
So
he's like, you guys don't know that there's a lot of people who are like interested in this, but the mistake he made, which honestly I think is kind of maybe the only unrealistic point of the movie, like there's no need for him to have wanted to change their sound.
Yeah, exactly.
Since it sounded
He's
like
let's
they were
make us
already
more popular sounding, but they're already getting popular
off the sound
original sound. Yeah,
but,
which,
you know, movie.
Honestly, I would totally go see Sparta, whatever.
They can't. Yeah, they don't even. In the movie, they don't even know how to pronounce it. But no, you're right.
Go see them.
The music. I mean, of course, we need to talk about this a lot. But the music in the movie is incredible.
Yeah. It's like Muse mixed with Radiohead, mixed with Mars Volta, like like the craziest, like lots of sounds, lots of random.
Everyone in the band, everyone in the band just plays their part really well. Let's talk about actors for a second. Okay. Because Maggie Gyllenhaal, I absolutely love her.
Different, refreshing role for her. as well.
Because Maggie Gyllenhaal always plays this, you know, kind of like sassy, cute, but I feel like usually kind of sassy, kind of punky, but like likable girl, female character. In this movie, she just sucks and you like hate her. She's just mean. I mean, she stabs John at one point. Oh yeah, serious anger problems. But she still, she killed it in this movie. She was absolutely awesome. I loved
incredible acting, definitely.
And she just has like amazing subtle facial features. She can just throw in these tiny little smirks that you're just like, it's so evil and so, I don't know, it's so good. And then just Michael Fassbender playing Frank.
Wow. I mean, I didn't know that I could read so much emotional expression off of a giant fake head that doesn't
the body language he uses is incredible.
It's
and like
so
you can tell like when
I'm getting goosebumps right now just thinking about it.
When he's like super excited, you can tell he's excited, just like it's all body language, and it's so good.
The way they even make his voice sound coming through the helmet, it's everything, it's so perfect. And like and also John, I don't know the actor who plays John, but even he really plays this kind of, you know, innocent seeming nice guy who totally turns into this like controlling like obsessive guy, and then kind of realizing
the power got to him kind of.
He goes on that really good roller coaster of acting,
if we're talking about character stuff now, I just name of the movie, Frank. I just want to talk about Frank because there's this awesome progression of Frank that happens, which makes the end of the movie so beautiful to me, because in the first act he is flawless. He's amazing. He, no matter any musical or like whatever they're doing, they all idolize him.
He's untouchable.
Whatever he says goes. I mean, the guy even, Don, kills himself because he'll never be able to reach the amazing talent that Frank has. So then, in the second act, you start... okay, so when this is going on, though, this is weird because Frank is obviously very weird. And he doesn't fit into the regular world at all. Which is why he is so, like, perfect for what he does. To
being a frontman of the weirdest band
Exactly.
ever. Yes.
So he doesn't fit into the world at all. And so then what happens is, when they go to South by Southwest during the second act, and it all falls apart, that's when you start realizing that he doesn't fit in the music world either.
Right.
And it's not until the very end of the movie when you realize that he fits one place, and it's with his best friends. With his few group of best friends just making amazing music for no one to ever hear. Just like, and that's why I love that it ended like they're in that empty bar.
Yeah.
And he just walks up and he's like, he turns, the lyrics of the song end up being just the observations he made when he like walked in. And oh man, it's just, the end is so epic because you're just like, he fits in nowhere, but he's like, as long as he's doing this one specific thing with this one group of people, he is perfect. He's amazing. He's untouchable. And I just feel like, in a weird way, Frank is very relatable. Because like at one point, like, we aspire to be this like amazing at what we do.
Right.
But at the same time, we're all conflicted with this like, you know, we're in the world constantly scrutinized by the things that we make and observe. I felt like a definite kind of connection to the movie. I mean, we don't do music because of the YouTube thing, we're kind of artists and like
creators.
Sometimes I just go wander around and just video stuff for hours and I have no idea what's gonna happen until I put it all together and it ends up being something maybe interesting. So yeah, I felt like I could definitely relate in a lot of ways.
I totally agree. Frank's character is just so real and yet so unreal that it's just something your mind just wants to sit and chew and chew and chew on and think about a lot. And I think I really like the way that this movie dealt with mental illness. I thought it was more realistic than a lot of representations of mental illness because the way Frank's parents put it was perfect when John goes to visit them in Kansas.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Frank is from Kansas.
Anyway, so they go to visit him. John goes to visit his parents in Kansas after.
Such a Kansas neighborhood too. When they're in there, I know. Like they had to go to Kansas to shoot this. Like it looks exactly like Kansas.
But anyway, his parents explain like it's just a mental illness. There's nothing that happened to him. Just one day he just
like
wanted this.
He wasn't abused growing up or whatever.
And when he explained why he wears the helmet or why he wears the helmet head thing, he said, well, faces are weird too, man. They're just smooth and smooth and smooth and smooth. And that's, that's
blah, all this stuff.
Yeah. and you can tell like that's just something brains get obsessive about things sometimes. And if it's, if wiring is just paired up the wrong way, it can develop into a mental illness. And it's just so funny how just little electrical impulses in our brains can make our personalities.
Well, and I think that also what you said about this being so realistic or a great representation of mental illness is that when he is in his zone, he is, amazing. Like he seems like he has nothing wrong with him because he's so focused on these like thought patterns and like the stuff he's trying to do. But when he's out of his element, like when the head's removed at the very end especially, and like when he's not doing music or when he's trying to do the music that isn't his normal way of making music, like the pop song that he tried to make was awful.
Yeah.
I think that is a really awesome representation, like you're saying, is like we tend to think of people who have mental illnesses as just everything about their brain is just toned down.
Right.
But in many cases, it's like having that different way of your brain being wired or working in a different way sometimes gives you these like very rare little opportunities or like paths that your mind can take to do something like being an amazing musician, but unable to, handle like social stuff. And like
Right.
when he was on stage, when they finally have the big crowd, he like kind of just like sits down on the ground and
yes.
just like lays
no,
down.
that's so good.
He's
That
just,
is a
like,
really
so
good
scared.
scene. He's just like,
like planks.
no, and then and you know, do you remember what he says when he gets down there and John's like, "What are you doing? What are you doing? We're playing a song right now." He's like, "The music sucks.
Your song sucks.
Your song
Your music
sucks."
sucks.
And it's just like, you know, it's so good. It's just
It
so
is
good.
really
I'm
good.
sorry. I can't get over how much
I enjoyed
love
the
this
movie a lot. There were so many, like for it being an indie comedy, there were so many elements that I feel like made it so much deeper. And like I really did, like it was very emotional. Like you laugh
Yeah.
your butt off at the beginning, and that kind of sets this pace. And then when like Don kills himself, it's like really sad. But then
Yeah.
there's also
It's definitely a turning
But then
point.
they leave the kind of stuff in like they're throwing his ashes, and every time Frank throws a handful, it just kind of like gets on them, and then
Yeah.
they realize that it's just like
It's not. It's
just
that
like
nutrient
baking.
supplement.
Yeah.
It's not even.
It's
Don,
not even his
The
ashes.
French guy's like, "Oh shit, I left the other. I
got
left
the
Don.
wrong-
I left Don out
in
at
another
the-
box.
Yeah. at
Anyway,
home.
so yeah, the movie had just very emotional, a lot of stuff to it.
Yeah.
I definitely enjoyed it.
Well-rounded
I know you
movie,
enjoyed it. Sorry we couldn't deliver a movie that maybe we had something bad to talk about
Yeah.
yet.
We'll find it.
We'll find it, but this
On the
movie was
search.
not it. This
Yeah.
movie was awesome.
No.
Okay. You good? You got everything out?
I think so.
Sweet. Thanks for
Talk to
watching.
you later.
Bye.
Bye.